All right, what's going on, people? We're live. Welcome to Simple Man. I need to bring the energy up. Welcome to Simple Man Radio. It's Bobby, Justin, Snacks, Danny. We actually have a good amount on the docket today. I mean, we got Jomboy Media in the headlines with their new office. We
Should have been
about, there. Dak, like the funniest thing in the world. And then we have our dead draft, and that's like the most important thing where we're predicting 2020 drafts, and we got to put some type of money on it, which is something else we have to talk about is money.
No, we're predicting 2020, not drafts. We're predicting 2020 celebrity deaths. You said drafts.
The death draft.
Yes.
What's going on, fellas?
Snacks, you seem to be in a sour mood. What the fuck is wrong with you?
I feel like we're all just low energy right
now.
No,
I'm not.
Why would you even consider thinking that?
This is just by your tone of voice. Like, this is the slowest I've ever heard you talk.
Well, I got a lot of shit to do.
Well, now you're getting there. Today's National Cheese Day. So what we're going to do, we talked about this before the show. It's a good idea to celebrate National Cheese Day by having Pizza Friday on Pizza Friday Eve, but you can still have Pizza Friday on Pizza Friday tomorrow.
Should I show Danny how much cheese? National Cheese Day?
Yes, please show everybody your Snapchat memory from 4 years ago.
What's the
last time we did a Snapchat memory? We had
oh my lord, that is
wait. What? Yeah, I guess I
loved your face. Haven't aged today.
You'll see it again.
Jeez. Oh my lord.
Danny, is that enough cheese?
I mean, I feel like probably for snacks that's not enough, but like, for the average man or average person, I should say that's
there's no way you enjoyed that.
Okay.
You could pretend all you want. You're a fraud.
Okay. I don't think you understand quite how I eat my food.
I don't.
Okay, well then you would know I'm not a fraud.
Speaking of frauds, the Dallas Cowboys, they lost the playoff game, and this is kind of like our only like outside topic we have, even though there's some funny stuff. Dak Prescott maybe had one of the funniest quotes of all time, and people got caught up in the "how dare he" instead of appreciating it for what it was. Like one of the funniest, most unintentionally funny press conferences I've ever heard in my entire life. So they asked Dak Prescott, because there's a video that comes out from Jane Slater of fans throwing water bottles at referees, and one like hits, a player like knocks away with his helmet, but they're throwing empty water bottles at referees, which is obviously dumb. You don't do it, but also it's like, it's not actually harmful. It's the idea of like this could get worse. That's why you have to be so strict against this. And they asked Dak about like, what do you think about like, fans throwing stuff on the field? And he thought they were throwing them at the players. And he goes on this spiel about why like that's unacceptable. Like, this is disgusting. Like, we work our asses off. No one cares more than us type of thing. And then the reporter hits him with it was actually they were aimed at the referees, and without even
without hesitation,
without any hesitation. Oh, a credit to them then. A credit to them then. That's the funniest quote I've ever seen from a press conference, and it got buried in the "oh my gosh, this is unacceptable" type of like. I don't know why people didn't enjoy that more for what it was. Like, even funny accounts weren't like having fun with it.
And I despise and everything about Dallas and Dak Prescott, and I thought that was the funniest thing ever.
I couldn't believe it. I thought it was fake. I had to like check it, like make sure, like, okay, this person's not like.
Did you see the NFL Refs Association tweet out how like they can?
That was the NBA.
That was the NBA. It wasn't the NFL. That's what makes it 10 times more funny. That was the NBA that tweeted it out.
The NBA Referees Association basically did a be better at the NFL.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, the lamest thing of all time.
And also, I'm not gonna like in the heat of the moment
soft.
Where Dak Prescott and the Dallas. I mean, let's just take our Giants bias off for a second. Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys had all the expectation in the world. They worked their asses off all year, and initially the question is phrased that, all right, their fans are throwing stuff at your teammates who you will, you'll take a bullet for, right? And it's like, well, you can't do that. And then I think it's a loser mentality, but I can also imagine the competitive nature of somebody being like, well, there were certain decisions that were out of our hands, out of our hands of like the referees. So I can criticizing athletes for saying things in the heat of the moment. I'm not all for that. I genuinely don't think Dak Prescott thinks that they should be throwing things at officials. I think it was just a heat of the moment type of deal.
No, but you got to be smarter than to say that. Like, he should get criticism for that as much as I think it's funny. Like, you can't look at me being the voice of reason here.
Yeah,
do you think he genuinely
say
thinks
a credit to the fans for throwing? Like, remember how big of a deal we made when a Celtics fan threw a water bottle at Kyrie Irving? Like how that was a national storyline for 3 days, and it was like, the person went to like jail, like, and was charged with, they overcharged him to make a point. But remember how big of a storyline that was, and they had like tens of those, like 10 to 20 of those thrown at the referees, and then the starting QB of the most popular franchise in the NFL says a credit to them. Then, like, that's insane when you go back and look. Like Dak, I think it's hilarious, but like Dak deserves all the hate he got for that. Now, I just wish more people would have had fun with it instead of doing their their look down their nose, be better tweets.
Yeah. And I genuinely think his apology, because you know how everybody apologizes after the fact, and it's not never
it's like, who cares
genuine,
about that
like
apology?
you have to. I actually thought it seemed genuine. Because
Dak's not an idiot. I think he realized that was really stupid of me to say.
Right.
And I also don't think that he believes that. Like, even in that moment, he didn't believe that. But this is why when people are like, oh, Justin, Bobby, you guys should be in the locker room. Blah, 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 blah. Or even when people criticize me, it's like, oh, you just want to be a wannabe beat reporter. No, the last thing I want to do is stick a microphone. I mean, I know it's all Zoom now, but stick a microphone in somebody's face after a game, or go up to their locker and be like, hey, what happened? How do you feel about just, getting your ass kicked and losing? I would hate that. And I would hate to be in that position where somebody's asking me, hey, you just lost and you just didn't perform as best as you can. What happened? I would hate that.
It's just so surprising that it was Dak, because Dak is like the most clean-cut guy in the league. Like, you
never
basically,
hear
like,
about it.
always says the right type of, like, this. To hear that from Dak is like the funniest thing ever.
But I think it starts up top, like a little sports talk. I think it starts up top because McCarthy was blaming the officials too, and I think that's a loser mentality, loser mindset of blaming the officials like that.
McCarthy himself had like 3 days after the game, and then he goes, "My team was nervous," and then he quickly ran that back. Like, you had 3 days, you knew that was going to come up.
He noticed it in the prayer.
He's trying to get himself fired.
It's great content. Yeah, trying to get himself fired. No, I'm not gonna make that joke. What was I gonna say about that? Oh, also besides the refs, do you guys see all these videos that always come out after Cowboy games? It's just the fans fighting. I find that to be some fantastic content.
Terrific stuff.
Okay,
they beat the shit out of you.
It's great stuff. They do it in the stadium, outside the stadium. There's this one fat guy that was completely shirtless. He was just taking swings at people.
It's America's team, baby.
It's the best content you'll see on the internet.
Yeah. And did you see the picture of the Cowboy fans like flipping off Trent Williams? And he's just like,
that's funny. That's
laughing.
I love Trent Williams. He's one of my favorite players in the NFL.
I wish that was like a Giant, so I could like have that framed and put in my room, but can't do that.
It's a good fat head.
That's a great fat head. Trent Williams. They gave up a third and a fifth. Unbelievable. Anyway.
So in the NFC, actually no, Trent Williams not in the NFC East anymore. Yeah, it's and again, Dak saying it is the fun. If it was Cam Newton saying it, it'd be like, okay, like he also like said it was funny that a woman said the word routes and like literally laughed in her face. Like I would understand that a little more from Cam Newton, who's another, or Baker Mayfield. Like I would understand it from those two cats.
But Dak,
it doesn't make any sense.
I wish Daniel Jones said it.
Oh, if Daniel Jones ever said that.
It's an art how good he is at avoiding questions.
Yeah,
and even when he like they asked like his question about his injury got turned into a headline like Daniel Jones hopes to be cleared for contact by August. It's like, no, he just said that I'm not going to be part of contact because I'm a quarterback until August. So he's like it should be cleared by then. Type of like he's like, and then
he's not playing in the XFL. So
I mean, his mentor was Eli Manning. So.
Are they actually doing the XFL? I heard Chris Rock,
not this year.
D-Rock talking about it.
It's next year.
I like Chris Rock more than the Rock. I don't really like the inspirationals like quote people. I'm out on you.
Is The Rock's an inspirational quote guy, right?
Yeah,
well, he was giving some of those inspirational quotes on the Manning cast.
I was like, no, I don't need this halftime hype up speech for the Arizona.
He was very boring. He was almost like too prepared.
He was
to be
boring
on that show.
All of them are. I mean, we're going to talk about some celebrities dying. Like these celebrities are boring, but we're going to talk about the ones that aren't boring and why they're going to die.
Well, no, when I want to watch a football game, I want to hear about the football game, and when you can have guests on that will also include an add to the football game. but I don't need to hear about Dwayne. I'm not watching Dwayne The Rock Johnson when I put on Monday Night Football. Like that's not why I'm watching it.
Russell Wilson was very good at.
You probably should have watched the
he's
ESPN
the
Plus
best.
cast, Justin. You probably would have enjoyed that one.
Is that what do they do some analytics stuff?
That was like the NFL Live crew up there. I
don't like them.
I like Mina Kimes.
Was
It's
it
my
was
it's
it
my
the
life mission to
analytics? What was
get
the
connected
an-
with Mina Kimes.
You're
We
a
should send
sick
Mina Kimes
fuck.
an email and see if we can get her to tweet at it and be like, do a Be Better tweet.
Yeah. All right. I'll do
That
that.
actually should be a show goal. Like, let's email a bunch of writers and see how many we can get on.
Zach
what's
Zach
in the
does it
tweet?
all the time. Tony Pizza.
Yeah, so we
That
should.
has to be a joke account now at this point.
No, it's real.
People thought it was me.
All right, so that's an idea.
I wouldn't
Message.
be surprised.
So Zach posts them. So we'll try and just do it to a bunch of random people. And be as nasty as possible. What were we talking about?
We just
I
finished
actually
that.
did one of those to Marcus Stroman one time. In fact, let me see if I can find the email.
See, like before, I would have cared, but now he's not on my team, so now I really just don't care.
Where did he
It wasn't
sign?
actually nasty. It was
Chicago.
it was me trolling him. Remember, he was when NIL stuff happened. Like he was like, if you're an athlete, send me.
Oh, that was kind of recent then. This email.
I hate Marcus Stroman.
Yeah,
I loved him.
He sucks.
I want to be blocked by him. And I loved how our boss, Jomboy, before he got, big with talking baseball and then the YouTube channel, he would just rip him apart. Egotistical, selfish, and now I don't know if he's done
He
that.
just
recently.
sucks.
John
He
Boy
does
doesn't
suck.
seem egotistical.
Terrible
Oh,
attitude.
Oh,
No, not John Boy.
Strowman.
I
No,
was
Marcus
like, wait,
Stroman.
it's like John Boy seems like a reasonable guy.
See, when he became a free agent, he just started attacking Mets fans. It was like, what are we doing?
That's what he does. He's
He attacks
scummy.
people for no reason. Like
I was
just
gonna say,
like
he's doing
everyone.
that while he was a Met.
While he was a Met, at Marcus Stroman, how'd you pitch today? You know what? I don't really want to be a Yankee. I never wanted to be a
That was
Yankee. I didn't
Greatest
grow
content out
up.
there.
I grew up. I was not a Yankee fan. I was a Met fan. Even though my dad has said that I want to be a Yankee, nope, I never said that. So
And he also
scummy.
said something that was so wrong too. It was like some Yankee fan tweeted like Stroman in a Yankee uniform or whatnot, and
Oh,
a teammate said something, and then Stroman replied, "Don't worry, never go to the Yankees. These
I love it.
tattoos and these dreads aren't going anywhere." One, stupid fuck. You wear a do-rag, your dreads don't show up under your hat. They never have at all. So that one off the list right there. Two, you could have tattoos and they could show, you dumb piece of shit. So what he said was just wrong. I hate that guy.
go Mets.
I found the email I sent to him and to be a part of his like athlete group.
Please
Oh,
read
boy.
it.
Hi, my name is Bobby Skinner, and I'm 6'7", trying to make some bank off my likeness since I'm tall and there's nothing more valuable in life. I don't even. Oh, and they asked for a 10-word mission statement. This was actually not that funny when I read it back. I don't even need 10 words for a mission statement. Like, what you think I am? Only a chump needs 10 words. Mission statement: fuck bitches, get money. My Twitter, Bobby Skinner. Looking forward to hearing back. Sincerely, that dude.
That dude.
Yeah.
The tall line was what was good about it. Was
Yeah.
I think your mission statement was one of
Mission
some
statement was
top tier.
impressive.
I had like a lot of friends in high school who remember like you had like signatures for your text that was sent. Like a lot of them had like FBGM, which is
Mine
like
was ESAD, eat shit and die.
I don't think I ever had one.
Before going back to school, that's legit what my boss told me. That just fuck bitches get money. I was like,
Yeah.
"Ex-
Oh,
what,
eat
what
shit and
just
die.
happened?"
Oh,
No,
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 I mean-
I'm sorry.
They might have told me that behind my back.
Our
but
Xbox gamer tag when we all played in the same thing was ESAD.
Mm,
Eat
love
shit
that.
and die. Actually,
Did
pretty
anyone
cool.
have an embarrassing email? Well, I guess it'd only be snacks because this is when did you have like an embarrassing email for a long time and then like have to like put it on a job application and realize you need to change your email?
No. When I was in like 6th grade, my email was like Giants Freak 2144. That's about as
That's not even
embarrassing
that
as it
bad.
gets. No, it's not bad.
We made in middle school we made up an imaginary friend. And
a
like
little late for that.
no,
Took
the
words out of
entire
my
like
mouth, Jeff.
class was in on it, and
Oh, cool.
we used it
Okay.
to mess with the teacher, and his name was Kevin Scubbard, and because our teacher got fired midway through the year, so we had a new teacher, and honestly, like we were just the worst human beings possible. Like every day was like, how do we mess with this woman? You know, like one day it was like, all right, and it was right after lunch, so that's when our ideas were formulating. And it's like every time she talks, everyone just started laughing at one time. So it's just everyone started laughing at one time.
Oh Lord.
And then I wasn't in this class, but it was like the other like 8th grade like class. It was language arts too, so no one cared about it. Like they like you were using crayons for something, and they all just broke all the crayons and threw them on the ground. The best part was we were there. So did any of your teachers ever do like a hey, we have a pop test type thing, and like
Pop quiz? Yeah.
But then afterwards they would test your heart rate and see like, hey, look, it's just she tried to do that.
What the fuck goes on down there?
She tried to, it's just like to show like how your heart rate could change or whatever. Okay. She tried to do that and it totally backfired because us as a class were like, fuck that. We're not taking it. Like, nope, sorry, we're not. Just totally backfired on her. She wanted to do this thing. We're just like, nope, sorry, we're not going to take the test.
Yeah, I wouldn't want somebody to. That's very invasive.
Yeah, but on at the same time, like that, we were literally terrors.
That's not. I can appreciate good terrorizing of a teacher. We had a I guess it was like an automatic fart machine that
Nice.
you needed a clicker for. It wasn't
yeah, those were pretty big back in our day.
Oh yeah. So we got in there early before one of our teachers, I don't want to say her name, got in, and we put it in the there was a TV up on the wall in the back, and we put it in the VCR slot. So it just sat there, and we, there was 2 clickers. So I had one and my other friend had one, and we would just let it rip, and then we'd get as quiet as possible. And there's like 5 different sounds of it, which is, thinking about it, it's like so disgusting and vulgar. But she was I feel bad now. The poor girl was in tears. She had no idea who was ripping gas in her class, and it was a goddamn remote control in a TV, going on and off every like 5 seconds.
See, we used to just put it under my grandma at like parties, and people would be like sitting next to her, and then
classic.
And she lived to 104 years old too. So
wow.
Can't draft her.
No, she died in 2004.
Damn.
Which I guess we can move on to the death draft. We decided to remove family members because
can I get the context?
Wait, don't we have other topics?
Well, Justin also, instead of just listing his family members, just listed all of their
underlining issues.
Well, that's the correct thing. You need a scouting report.
No, none of us gave scouting reports.
It would just been funny just to pick it off of a name.
But then odds are in the next 2 months, I'm going to be coming with 2 family members.
That's what ended up happening. Is like if someone that we pick dies, like it's sad, but we can make a joke about it. If someone dies on our family member, like we can't make any jokes about it, and I will not be able to stop myself from making
Danny's
a joke
going to be
about
like, yes, I got Justin's grandmother.
Fuck
Well,
yes.
if Snacks, like, if Snacks' uncle died, like he would be really sad, but it'd be impossible for me on that next show to be like that pick I had, huh?
Although it would be pretty funny.
It would be.
So 4 rounds for the year 2022. And in fact, we had no big celebrity deaths this week because they waited for the draft.
Correct.
Yeah, they did.
All right, so I'll be number 1, Justin 2, Danny 3, Snacks 4. I'm going to share my screen I'm going to do the random number generator to determine order. So can you guys see the screen?
We could see it.
Yes.
First number 1. Okay, I'm picking first. Which I don't think it matters. Wow, number 2 is Justin. So Justin's picking second. And Snacks is 4.
Bullshit.
Danny left. I don't think it matters. I really don't think anyone's going to take anyone off of each other's board.
Oh, I don't know.
How's a
There's Rashad White.
Yeah,
I really
Rashad.
like
I did want to attempt to pronounce that name.
I'm on the safeties.
Ooh,
I really like that running back. I almost didn't watch him, and I was like, oh, he's my favorite running back at the Senior Bowl.
I was a big Ramondre Stevenson guy.
Ramondre Stevenson, and yes, he's a big old boy.
Big old.
All right, so basically the rules are you're a famous celebrity, you're predicting their death, and if they win, so we'll talk about money after this, but let's say for every death you get right for the year 2022, everyone has to throw in $20 to the person who got it right.
Yep,
that's fine.
Sure.
Like in the moment. So if Justin's pick, dies on Wednesday, next Tuesday, we all Venmo him $20 and type of thing. Sounds good. All right. So I have the first pick, and first pick is a little bit of a curveball, but it wouldn't be a total surprise. Joe Biden.
Wow.
I figured somebody was going to take him, but I was like, if anybody was going to have the balls to take him, it was going to be.
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
Well, not because of totally natural causes, but it's looking like the November midterms are going to be won by the Republicans. And they, the Democrats aren't dumb. They know that Joe Biden running against like 99% of the Republican Party will probably lose in the next presidential election. But they also would probably be worried about Kamala Harris. So they want to give her a 2-year test run to see how she's liked.
So you're saying that the Democratic Party is going to kill Joe Biden?
It's an inside job. That's what you're
I'm
getting
just going to say they're not going to help keep him alive. Like, maybe some of the... And he's very old. He's the oldest, sitting U.S. president ever.
This is true.
And listen, I've watched House of Cards.
That's how we end up on a watch list.
I watch House of Cards. That's totally real life. This stuff happens. Which, by the way, did you guys, any of you guys watch House of Cards?
Love House of Cards.
Before me.
Putting that last season out there was just a disgrace.
Waste of time. Yeah, it was.
Like, I was literally like, I just want to get through this because I like this. It actually, it's one of those shows where the series got worse and like gradually got worse every single season.
The first 3 seasons were phenomenal. Yes,
they were good, but the first season was the best. Second season
was Kate Merritt in that show? Snacks?
Yes. Yeah.
The last episode that I saw of House of Cards is when she got ran over by that train.
Yeah, Kevin Spacey
Spoiler
pushed her
alert.
right in front.
Asshole.
Spoiler alert. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, spoiler alert.
How do you push Kate Mara in front of a train?
I know, right?
Please.
That's not even his worst crime.
No, it's not. I would have jumped with
her. So my first pick is Joe Biden. All right, Justin, you're on the clock.
Number 1 on my board.
Ooh, someone in the chat that. Anyways, go ahead.
Queen Elizabeth, the Queen of England.
Ooh.
She has not been spotted in months. I think it's been a while. I think her husband just died too. So Queen of England, Queen Elizabeth is going to be my first pick.
Do you think they would be able to pull off like a Fidel Castro where he's dead for 10 years and no one tells, they just keep it under wraps?
No.
Which isn't true, but I remember hearing 10 years before Fidel Castro actually died, he's dead and they're just not letting anyone know his brother's running this show.
I mean, maybe, but I feel like in 2022 that'd be a little difficult.
Danny, does your college teach that Fidel Castro was actually a good guy?
I think I've heard once or twice good things about him.
Crazy take.
I'm a liberal arts college.
No, I've gone to a liberal arts college. I did not hear that.
Well, come to Ithaca, you'll see some fun stuff.
This is off topic, but the main reason why I wanted to do the family members was just to put the tweet out and have it be Bobby's Uncle David, having Justin pick that. That was really the only reason why for that tweet. It would be much funnier to have our family members in it. All right, Snacks, you're on the clock.
Yep. Makes me sad to say it. He's got one of the most soothing voices ever.
No.
Don't worry. You probably don't even know who this guy is.
No, I know who you're about to say.
No, you don't. You have no idea who I'm about to say. James Earl Jones.
What? Damn it.
Did you see the quote tweet of a James Earl Jones happy birthday tweet?
I did not.
It was, basically it's the voice of this, James Earl Jones is celebrating his 92nd birthday. But so you start reading that tweet and you think he's dead. And so when someone quote tweeted, it's y'all really need to start these tweets out with happy birthday. Because it happened last night and I got excited. I was like, oh, we got one right in time for the show tomorrow. And, but no, it was a happy birthday tweet.
No, I had no idea. I just knew. This was last week when I was thinking about it. And I was watching Sandlot at the time. And I'm like, dude, I haven't seen James Earl Jones since fucking Vietnam. Where has he been? And I looked him up. I'm like, okay, he's 91 years old.
Was he in the live action Lion King movie?
I have no idea. Shit. Maybe he's still healthy as an ox, but I'm going
Simba.
James Earl Jones. Sad. I love James.
Solid pick. He was my number 1 pick.
Really?
Yes.
So, okay, that's the first confirmed big boy. Because I our fantasy drafts on Talking Giants, I would put together we had 12 picks, I would put like together a 16 big board. I only have 5 guys on this. So
I would have thought Queen Elizabeth would have slipped through the cracks, but Justin was all over it.
No, all over that.
So you had Queen Elizabeth too?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
I'm getting hit
Did
hard
you
right now.
did you guys just like Google oldest celebrities?
No, I have 2
No.
young ones.
I knew those two were old.
I actually had
You
a
got to throw curveballs in
conversation.
there.
I had a conversation with my friends last week over dinner, and we made our big board together.
Smart.
So funny.
Smart.
All right, Dan, you got back-to-back picks.
Ooh, back-to-back picks. Okay. First, I'm just gonna go. He's old. He's Clint Eastwood. He's old. He's 91. I think his
He's on
time's
my
coming
board.
soon. I mean,
Damn.
he's still a mule. He's still chugging drugs across the country, like in that movie. But
Shut
There's
up,
that.
pussy.
and now there's this one. This one,
Quentin Tarantino, not Quentin Tarantino, Gran Torino. I mean, that was
Great
literally how
movie.
me and my best friend in college, we'd greet each other like, "Shut up, pussy." That
It's a good-
movie was
I love it there when he goes. He's like he's got
Yeah.
the fake gun.
"Shut up, pussy."
What's this crazy old man doing?
All right, Danny, next pick.
now this one, oh, man, this one's it's a good one, I think, but it's also a bad one. So that's why I'm picking Prince Andrew.
Prince Andrew. Damn.
Is
That's
that
what you
the
guys
one that
want?
looks like
Criminal.
Carson Wentz?
Criminal? No, that's Harry. He's a criminal. He's part of that whole
Prince Harry, great hair.
Epstein circle.
Oh, that's actually a good guess.
I don't know. I just feel something's off. I don't know if he gets found guilty. The guards might sleep a little longer that night as well.
Well,
Wow.
speaking, it's my turn, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Speaking of Jeffrey Epstein,
I know. Did you get this from the chat or did you have it before?
what chat?
All right, go ahead.
You think Sasha knows about that?
I don't know how to pronounce her name. Maxwell.
Ghislaine Maxwell.
Solid
Ghislaine
one.
Maxwell. Yes,
Solid one.
she.
But
is,
didn't her like shit end and it's like over?
It doesn't matter. They go. They go. You're connected to that man. You're gone. So-
You're a goner.
Ghislaine Maxwell is my second pick, and I hated doing it. For the simple fact that it's almost too obvious that she's 100% going to die in 2022, which is sad, but she brought it on
Is it,
herself.
I wouldn't say sad.
She brought it on herself. So, goodbye.
Isn't it kind of crazy that like everyone acknowledges that Jeffrey Epstein didn't kill himself, and
It's
there's essentially,
amazing.
and we're just like, okay,
Yeah, it's
like why is that not a bigger deal? Like that should be such a huge, like that should be such a bigger deal than it is, and it's just.
he's such a piece of shit. I don't think anybody cares.
Did you guys watch the Netflix like 5-part series? on it?
No, I still.
I
get to
tried. I
watch
couldn't
that.
get through the second episode. It's like I just can't listen to women talk about what this guy like. I was like, this isn't enjoyable. I can't. He's a horrible person. I can't watch 5 episodes
Yeah.
of this. All right, so Justin, you have your second pick.
All right, I'm going a little bit safe and conservative.
Didn't you do that with Queen Elizabeth?
Well, I'm doubling up. Tony
was
Bennett.
Oh no!
Wait,
You
said
you did Google just oldest celebrities.
No, I didn't. He was
Tony
second on my
Bennett.
big board, and we just he looks like he's.
Oh, he does
Yeah,
look
he
like
don't
crap.
good. He don't.
He
He
look
does
looks
look like
terrible.
crap. How old is he?
So he's 95.
Oh, that's a safe
95,
bet. That's really
yeah.
a safe bet. Man, he was born before the Great Depression.
And it's gonna be depressing when he dies.
Lady Gaga is going to be very upset.
What's
What?
Tony
Oh, I
Bennett's
thought-
best song, Justin?
Excuse me?
What's Tony Bennett's best song?
I can't even tell you.
Exactly. You just Google the oldest freaking celebrities.
I did not. I know who Tony Bennett is, but
I have like storylines for all my guys.
I've never enjoyed his music.
We need to do the average age of all of ours and see who swung more. All
I
right,
can
so
mix them up with my next
I have back-to-back picks,
Yep.
and so I have 4 guys on the board, but 2 are in the same category. This one pains me. It really does.
Oh.
Oh boy.
This guy couldn't be a part of a movie because he couldn't hold himself together. He couldn't stay off the drugs and the alcohol. Bam Margera.
Oh.
Who?
It just feels like it's coming down the pipe.
He has
anytime
gone.
soon.
He's gone off the deep end.
like,
Mark,
Oh
what?
man.
Like he's just not the same human being that he was. It just seems this one pains me. Like, you know,
part
I'll
of
probably
childhood.
shed a tear as I walk out of the theater of Jackass 4, and you know, it's a shame that Bam couldn't be a part of it, and you know, and he was such a huge part of what they were originally, you know, and on his own shows, and like to go from like a funny guy who obviously had issues, but like a funny, sane person to what he is now. It's just kind of sad. So, Bam Margera.
Damn.
My third pick. This one's a revenge death.
Oh,
Maybe not even a revenge death, but like you need to be getting more heat for this. Alec Baldwin.
Oh.
I think there's some weirdo out there who's like he murdered that person. That was on purpose.
That's fair.
And some of his interviews are really wild. Like it's like, man, what are you saying? It's like every interview he does, I'm like, maybe you did do it on purpose. Like you dig your hole even deeper every single time. So I'm going Alec Baldwin with my third pick.
The family member of who he killed is just like plotting some elaborate scheme.
I don't think it will be them. I think it'll be some random person. Who's like this person deserves to die.
Well, on good authority, I know for a fact that Alec Baldwin is a miserable, awful human being. So
he seems like it.
He is a terrible. No, my buddy's like works on production. Thing.
Okay.
And he worked a movie out, and he's like the worst person ever. I mean,
he could be the person we call in if it does happen.
I'll text him right now. Yeah, be like, can you talk?
All right, Justin, your third pick. What's the next oldest person on the celebrity list?
This is safe, but it's younger for everybody who's you're only picking old people. Charlie Sheen.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Nice big
Charlie
relapse.
Sheen. I love 2.5 Men.
He was hot in the streets for a while, and he just totally fell off.
I watch 2.5 Men multiple times a week.
It's a great show.
Sounds weird.
If you didn't say it, it wouldn't have been that weird.
Weird.
Yeah, I love that show. It's on Paramount and like IFC. It's on like at the same time. I watched 2.5 Men at the same time going at it. So Charlie Sheen.
Respectable.
Yeah.
He was like in 2010, 2011, Charlie Sheen was like the it guy. Like #winning was huge. Like everyone had a Facebook post that said #winning.
And everybody was going out getting drunk and doing drugs like they thought everything was fine.
Tiger Blood. I wonder if he's immune. Do you get immune to COVID if you drink Tiger Blood?
We haven't heard from him, and
that's why I think when he comes back, he's gonna go on another whole spiral, and then that'll be it.
4 days ago, suit against Charlie Sheen regarding alleged HIV exposure settles. It's like the worst thing you could do to a human being.
That's been going on for a while now.
Let's see. 2 weeks ago,
he
Charlie
does have
Sheen
HIV.
on Making Platoon. We screamed for the medic.
He does have HIV.
Oh my! Was he on the Was he on the Alex Baldwin movie?
No.
Was that the movie? Was Platoon?
No.
No, it was something else.
Charlie Sheen was in Platoon though.
We're connecting dots.
Yeah, I'm thinking of something else.
That was Willem Dafoe and
Jeffrey Epstein.
Snacks, you have your third pick.
Yeah, all right. So you know how you took a painful one for you? This one is about as painful as it can get for me. Try and get through this one.
That was someone from The Sopranos, isn't it?
No, I wouldn't do that. So every year there's about like 10 former professional wrestlers that die.
Uh-oh.
So you got to pick one from this coaching tree.
Uh-oh.
From this death tree, I should say.
Oh, no.
You got to go to WWE. And he lived 2-3 decades as the dead man.
No.
I'm going The Undertaker.
No.
Yeah, I think it's finally, after all those casket matches and being out of retirement, the only thing he knew in his life was wrestling. I think 2022, he's going to finally hang it up for good. And
how do people honor him when he dies? They just post wrestling clips of him pretending?
That's it, yeah. There's nothing else to him. He's just the Undertaker.
Like 90% people don't even know his real name.
Mark Calloway.
See, I'll forget that in 5 minutes.
It's not a very... I hated doing it.
Was he the one that ran for Senate? Or no, that was
Kane.
Kane.
Glenn Jacobs, yes.
More Kane.
I feel really bad about doing it. It was a toss-up between The Undertaker and Rikishi, who's very obese, and I thought just that would take him in. But I decided to go with the name power of The Undertaker over Rikishi. So
that's fair.
Is the Great Khali still alive?
He is still alive.
I used to do that to my siblings. Just grab him. All right, Danny, you got your last two picks.
All right, so I also have a wrestler I'm picking from. and the man is Ric Flair.
No, no.
I think
I can't, Danny. When I was thinking of wrestlers, I thought of Rick. I'm like, he's just never gonna die.
That is true, but he did have that one near-death experience.
He did, yeah.
Like a year or two ago, when he was like, we all thought he was dead, and then like he rose from the ashes, like better than ever. So I don't know, maybe bad pick, but we move. And now I had to go one shock pick. I felt the need. I felt like I played it kind of safe, so I'm gonna go with my one shock pick of the day, and that's Barstool founder Dave Portnoy.
Wow.
And people hate him.
How do you think he's gonna die?
Someone's gonna come up on him and end him. People hate him.
Wow,
And,
murder.
Yeah, murder. And people hate him. They come up on him. There's all these like hit pieces getting put out against him. I feel like someone's gonna be like, you know what? I hate Dave Portnoy. I'm gonna take it into my own hands. And then
Danny King has the most like wow list.
oh, I mean,
That was a wow one.
I guess my Prince Andrew was kind of no, but still, I think Dave Portnoy. I don't know. People hate him, like despise that man.
They do hate him.
So I think that's how it would not be of natural causes. It would be of suspicious causes.
Snacks.
Now I have.
Go ahead.
No. What were you gonna say?
I was just gonna tell you to make your pick.
Oh, all right. Well, hold on. I got a question though, because Danny said he gets murdered. Now, how famous do you have to be before it's considered murder or assassination? Like, what is assassination just political? Like, because Martin Luther King was assassinated, but he wasn't like I don't think he was in politics. Does anybody have an answer to this for me, or?
I think it has to do specifically with politics.
That's what I always thought too, but then I kind of like, I don't know.
I do.
Speaking of Martin Luther King, Darren Rovell, definitely not a racist. He collects
Jesus.
and hedges the market and profits off of.
I listened
memorabilia.
I listened to Minihane, by
And he
the way,
has
the
plenty
first
of black
20 minutes.
friends. You listen to Minihane? Yeah, that was.
Yeah,
hilarious.
I was cracking up.
I'll be
Sorry,
honest.
Dan,
I'm
go
regretting the Ric Flair pick. I feel like I had someone better, but I regret it, which is unfortunate.
Well, I mean,
All right,
fine.
Snacks, your last pick.
All right. So I thought the Undertaker was kind of a wower because whatever. This one's gonna be a wower to me because we're in COVID, and I'm not saying he's gonna die from COVID. I do not want that at all. But the fact that he is the biggest germaphobe ever, I just would find irony in it. Howie
I know
Mandel.
you're gonna say.
Howie
Who?
Mandel.
Yeah.
Howie Mandel. he's
The moment you
gonna
said
go.
germaphobe, I was like, this man's about to say.
Listen, and it's going to be the case. Like, again, this is a death trap. We are not asking these people to die. We don't want that. It's just what we feel, and
Just
I'm
we're predicting.
Yeah, what we're predicting. And in the time of washing your hands nonstop and using hand sanitizer every 42 seconds and wearing a mask, the things Howie Mandel did for COVID, I think it finally catches up to him, where he's got too much hand sanitizer, too much hand soap, too much washing, too much breathing into the mask. He's gone. 2022.
Justin, your final pick.
I gotta go with the woman. We gotta mix it up here.
That is true. This
I got a woman.
it's been very male heavy.
I'm just gonna go off of what I feel. Dolly Parton.
Dolly Parton. And by the way, your first pick was a woman.
Oh, that is true. Well, I want to 50-50. So Dolly
Snacks
Parton.
picked Ghislaine Maxwell.
Yeah.
This is a solid one.
This
I
is
guess
Dolly
maybe-
Parton. She's 75 years old. I just feel like this is the year where we lose a prominent voice in country music. So then there's something to honor at the CMAs or something like that. So it's like,
Okay.
we'll remember Dolly
Good
Parton. Now,
call.
I'm not
Very
saying
good
the Country
call.
Music Association is going to kill her, but I have a feeling.
My final pick, which I can't believe we haven't went to this category. Bootsy badass. Bootsy, he is insane. Like his day-to-day life, he is still like going hard. Bootsy. I thought about doing Flavor Flav, but it's like he's probably kind of living the good life at this point. Getting a DUI every few years. But Bootsy, he is like not caught up with the times. Bootsy badass.
That's a good pick, and I think everybody's got a good list. Now, does anybody have anybody that was like?
See, I would go with one of the younger rappers because like they get killed more often, but I don't know any. Like every time one of them gets killed, I find out who that person was by them getting killed.
See, like I wish I could substitute Ric Flair with Jimmy Carter.
Jimmy Carter.
Jimmy Carter.
Yeah.
So
I feel like that would be just even cheating at this point. Like
Dick Van Dyke, Jimmy
Van
Carter,
Dyke.
Bob Barker is really old.
yeah, you literally went through the Google old list because those were like the first 10 names that showed up when you Googled it.
No, I did not. I just
So you thought of Dick Van Dyke on your own.
Yes, I did.
No, I don't think he did. I think one of his
Bullshit.
friends did, which is fair. It's fine. You guys made a big board. I had
It was a war room.
we
I
collectively
had
made it.
sorry, I was gonna say to
Ooh, the baby's
catching
a
up
good
with the
call. The
times,
baby's a
and
good
he
call.
just goes crazy. I had John Daly very close in my list,
Whoa,
the golfer. So like, he like still drinks like a madman, does drugs and gambles like a fish. So
Yeah,
I was considering him.
didn't him and his son win like the father-son tournament?
Yeah, they won something. The one Tiger and his kid were in.
Yeah.
We could have gone Morgan Freeman if somebody really wanted to pick another celebrity that would really hit the.
Was that the voice you were thinking I was gonna say?
No, I was actually thinking you were gonna say Tony Bennett.
Oh no.
And then also I have two wild ones. I have Rob Schneider on my big board.
I actually thought about him for some reason.
Because it's just like, why not, right? And Harry Styles. Harry Styles is 27 years old, and that is a cursed age. Amy Winehouse died at 27. Didn't Mac Miller die at 27? Jimi Hendrix died at 27. 27 is a cursed age. Harry Styles is 27. Well, I mean, you're cursed people.
My
year 27 was filled with.
Can I show a funny Jabril Peppers?
This is last year. This is my last 2 days of being in my 20s too. By the way,
we'll get to that in a second.
It's terrible.
So many divorces. Marriage in this climate is looking like a waste of time and money. What y'all think?
Dude, get him. I'm like,
be a lone wolf, baby. You don't need a woman.
Yeah, but then Jabril Peppers a couple weeks ago was saying how he wants to pay women's rent for the month or for the year, not even just for the month. Remember that tweet?
Only if she treats you right.
Only if she treats you right. So he's out here paying rent for women, but he's questioning marriage. Hey.
Do we want to do any of this Jomboy Media stuff? I feel like it's kind of boring.
No, we should save it. I want to save it for when we're actually in the office. When we're in the studio.
It just is so funny that Monday night was people getting their rocks off on Jimmy, and then Wednesday night's like a
bam,
suck my dick.
Yeah, he really went
fake. You guys aren't real life.
Yeah.
He really, and then probably half those people that were shitting on him that night were probably in the link trees trying to find one of the applications to get an internship or a job there.
No, it's beautiful.
It is very nice.
It's like the idea that people that are like, oh, hey, they're just haters type of thing. They're jealous. It's a good way of deflecting of when people think you suck. But Jim is just like he's too nice. This is the guy. Like I've told him now. I think you're too nice. I think you should be more of a dick. And I really do think it's like rooted in jealousy of it's not like he's breaking down the baseball, a baseball game like Baldy is. He's kind of just making some jokes and talking over videos, and that's how he got big. And people are just really reading lips, and people are really bothered because they think that they can do that.
It's also unfortunate just the clip they chose. It needed to be just like a little bit longer because people don't care. Like they see something, they jump on that. The clip was just too short.
Yeah, and even if I don't even care about what his opinion was. It's like okay, anyways, who cares? But I did have fun dunking on some people the other day. Like that guy who's like, oh, can I write a thing for the Federalist? I replied to the jump. I was like, hey, I got an article for the Federalist. You Mets weirdo. They did screw up my taxes, but it may have been my fault. I don't know. But I owe the government a lot of money, and I was expecting to get money back. Here's one more Jomboy Media thing before we go. I saw the wildest tweet last night.
Oh, this was.
I love Dan Rourke.
I love him too, but this is the funniest tweet I've ever seen in my life. I just recently got into sports gambling, and it's life changing. Legit, just put $25 out on random NBA games I'd never consider watching. But now I'm rooting for the Charlotte Hornets like the Yankees, and it's very fun. That man literally just described the first stage of a gambling addiction.
Yes, and did some of the quote tweets and replies did this guy really talk about gambling addictions like it's okay?
That's the first stage. It's not like if he tweeted out I put $5 on a game here or there, it makes him a little more interesting. I actually think it's good. Life changing. It's like, oh, you're gonna get addicted to this.
No, and then somebody said that. He goes, "Be careful, man. It's very addictive." He goes, "Oh no, I know. That's why I'm only starting with 25." Well, Dan, just to let you know, that's what everybody starts.
Dan Rourke.
I know
everybody starts.
Dan Rourke is probably the closest person, in my brain, and just in terms of craziness about his teams and his rooting interests.
He's hilarious.
That I know to Snacks. Snacks, he is the closest person to you. I mean, your personalities are very different, but just in terms of how invested you get, I mean, Dan,
it's life or death.
Yeah, yes. Dan's Twitter, when it'll be 1 minute,
Oh yeah.
I love the Yankees. Or all the It's great. And then he allows a home run. Fuck everything.
That sounds about right.
I just pray to God he doesn't bet on any futures with the Yankees. Just please don't.
No, and that's Snacks' rule. Snacks, if we see Dan in the new office, you got to tell him one rule: you cannot bet on your favorite team, or else
cannot
go
bet
insane.
on them. Can't bet against them. Cannot do
No.
it. The only bet you can bet I am okay with if you bet them like to say before the season starts to win the World Series, to win the Super Bowl, because those odds are crazy. You don't have to put a lot of money. But if you bet on a singular game, on or against them, you're a fraud. Number one rule of gambling.
They're trying to get past the floor. It's not really my cup of tea. I gambled one time, and it was just to post a picture of me betting against the Knicks before the Nets.
In our fake spread picks we did, I was like, I'm a freaking beast. I'm gonna bet one game next year, and I'm just gonna be like down in the dumps.
You should honestly bet your games.
Yeah,
I'm gonna.
How good you were. Like that.
Once you start putting the money on it, Danny, you'll see.
I know.
If you start out week 1 and week 2 hot next year, it's like, okay, like if you're not just
this guy's real.
Yeah, like this is not fake.
And then Danny, and then what you do with some of these crazy, I know we have to get to Florida and New Jersey, but if you start like posting them like Sunday morning, or Thursday, whenever it is, you get really good after a year. Be like, I'm not posting my plays unless you give me 25 a week. Fucking make money off this shit.
If you know who Stu Finer is, that man charges like
that's
$69.
I'm saying, like people do this for a living. They sell their picks. You should do it.
But I'm going to investigate this further next season.
Yeah, I'll help you.
To move off Dan, I don't think he knows that this show is like us. So I quote tweeted with like, the more money you bet, the more fun it gets. And he was like, no, man, I just bet within my limitations.
Yeah, he does not know.
Oh,
so now can we start fucking with Dan Rourke until he realizes that it's us? Until he looks at the logo of the show and it says with Bobby Skinner.
Well, we did that with Chris Rhodes for a long. No, it doesn't say with. Oh, the logo. Yeah, the logo says with Bobby Skinner. But I make sure to not associate the account with anything, because it's gonna get me in trouble one day. And just be like, no, it's not us. Like, you can't associate. It's just a random account.
You can click on the YouTube link and then you can see that it's us in the video.
Yeah, but anyone can put a YouTube link. Represented by
We'll put a mustache on.
Pepto-Bismol Max.
Oh, I'll be honest.
No,
that was
Dollar General.
All right, this is last week when I said I was really tempted to pick this person. I wasn't gonna say it. The person was Dick Vitale, by the way.
Oh,
see, I actually was gonna pick Dick Vitale, but I love Dickie V.
I couldn't do
cancer, and I couldn't do it.
I couldn't do it.
Like, I love Dickie V is one of my favorite people.
Oh, America, you serious?
All right, before we get to New Jersey versus Florida, man, the difference between assassination and murder. Murder is the killing of one human being by another. It is usually done for personal reasons such as love, anger, or greed. And assassination is the murder of an important person, which is conducted for political or religious reasons. Now, Alex, Big Blue Bronx made a great point.
Fall under, like, I guess, because
that's assassination.
Yeah,
that's assassination. But John Lennon, we always recognize as John Lennon was assassinated, but that was just like a crazy
never
fan.
Murdered. Yeah.
He wasn't like a political figure. I mean, I guess maybe he with the music.
No.
Why do we recognize that John Lennon was assassinated?
Right. He never, because wasn't the news breaking of the Monday Night Football game? John Lennon has been assassinated, not murdered.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know. I always thought about that, and I always tied it with political, but whatever.
Now, if Dave Portnoy acts like he's about to run for president, and then he's killed, you could say that he's assassinated.
Yeah, that guy ain't ever run for president.
No.
I feel like us putting that tweet out is going to get him to, like, someone is going to notice it and try and make it big. Like, these guys are predicting Dave Portnoy's death.
Oh, yeah, and he'll spin it. Yeah.
But yeah, he'll think like I'm like some working for like Business Insider or something. Be crazy.
Is this gonna get us canceled, by the way?
I hope Boosie sees it. I'm starting to think twice about tweeting it, to be honest. Maybe I'll just put out a poll, like, just who won the death trap.
Yeah, maybe we'll just keep it between.
Yeah, well, it'll make people watch it. That's good.
Yeah, and I just did the president of the United States. People are not going to think that's funny, unless they're listening to this show. All right, so we're not tweeting out the list. Look at me growing. All right, Florida man versus New Jersey man.
Florida man versus New Jersey man. We have 10 minutes left until Bobby and I have to go to a Jomboy Media meeting, so we have to make it quick.
We still got one more.
What
topic.
woman? What woman?
The standing: Snacks 11, Danny 10, me 9.
What woman chewed up $350 worth of fruit produce and spit it back out on the actual store place.
Who goes first?
Snacks, you're in first. Danny, you're in second. I'm in third, so we'll go that order. Snacks, you go
Okay.
first.
Okay. That's vulgar. It's disgusting. It's
Mhm.
despicable behavior. Can only be done in a shit state like Florida.
Okay.
Yeah, that just. I think I'm next, but we'll go me next. That just screams Florida. I don't see a person in Jersey chewing up all that fruit and spitting out. That's just Florida. Florida.
Fruit produce would make you think. Produce stand would make you think. It's Florida. But I remember when I was up in New Jersey, there were people were selling like produce on the side of the road and stuff.
They were.
I'm going New Jersey.
First of all, that was the Bronx. Danny and Snacks are right. It is Florida.
Just screams Florida.
Okay. What police station asked the intended recipient of 50 pounds of marijuana to come claim their package at the headquarters after it was sent to the wrong address?
Danny. Actually, I'll go first because I have an opinion. Florida sheriffs are wild. Like they think they're funny. Like Wayne Ivey had like the Wheel of Criminals. He's the deputy sheriff in Brevard County where I live, and he literally like would spin a wheel of like people's mug shots and like would start like talking about them on Facebook Live. So I'm going Florida.
I'm gonna go Jersey. That just screams like a Jersey crime that they were trying to ship out some marijuana, but it went to the wrong house. And also 50 pounds of marijuana also screams Jersey. I feel like I would hear about that on the news just on your average day of the week.
Also, 50 pounds is like it falls off the boat type thing. I don't think they're just
That's
going to
fair.
find a random 50 pounds in New Jersey. It's either you find way more than that or a pound. Snacks.
Okay, Justin, this is recent, right?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, because if it was recent, it kind of switches up my opinion now. They called him to tell him to pick it up at the station. Correct?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, that's not happening in Jersey. They're just going to go to your house. Florida's scum, and the amount of marijuana that they consumed is. I mean, Florida down there, down south. Yeah, I'm going Florida.
I bet you there's actually a more per capita marijuana smoked in Jersey.
Oh, definitely.
Smoked? Yeah, I'm sure.
Definitely.
Imported
Like
and
per
everything.
person?
Florida.
Danny is correct.
Mm-hmm.
It is New Jersey.
Shit,
Mhm.
I needed that one.
Bobby's
Damn.
0 for 2.
Damn.
I thought this game was too easy the first time we played. And
Yeah,
I've
look
been
at it
losing
now.
like crazy.
Damn.
That's scream Jersey.
All
I
right.
thought that screamed Florida. I didn't think for anybody.
It's like when they
would
give away the
Jersey.
Auburn and Alabama tickets and like to the people who are haven't paid child support and they arrest them all in Alabama. You guys heard of that?
No.
No.
Yeah, like people that like owe child support, they'll like put out an ad for like free Alabama Auburn tickets at this certain place. They all show up and like, you are arrested for not paying back child support.
Good.
That's probably how they got Will Hill.
Remarkable.
Child support kind of sucks. Anyways,
You think? Don't have kids.
People stuck in traffic turned a highway into a beach. Where?
I don't know if this is Justin trying to be cute and trying to throw us off, or is it just so obvious that it's what it is?
Yeah. Well, Danny, you're up because I went first.
No.
Bobby went
Oh,
first.
yeah. See, like I agree with Bob. This might be a little trick question, but like, come on,
I mean, there's beaches in New Jersey.
Jersey,
There
but
is
it
beaches
also,
in New
but
Jersey.
here's the question: did it happen recently, or did it happen like
He doesn't
say?
know.
No
10
details.
I know
I don't
that's the one thing.
We
So
can't
I'm
even
gonna
get the time. If we got the time of the year too, it would be too obvious.
Yeah, that's why. So that's why I'm going to go Florida because I feel like people at Florida are just like, you know what, we're stuck on a highway. What else can we do? Let's whip out our beach chairs, throw out the grill. Let's just act like we're having a day at the beach.
Okay.
I'm going New Jersey because I just feel like I would have heard about this story if it was in Florida.
Yeah. Well, you can have that as your reason. I am going New Jersey because traffic is miserable in New Jersey, and if you're in dead stop traffic, you're going to be there for a long ass time. People do like the beach in New Jersey, so I'm going Jersey.
Chris Christie loves it.
Yes, he does.
Danny goes down. It is New Jersey. Danny, down goes Danny.
It was too obvious.
So
Danny.
we're through 3 rounds. It's 2-2, and then I have 1.
This is the last one,
Let's
Justin.
see. I think we have 2 more.
Oh, I thought we did 4. Oh, whatever. Regardless.
Who stole $1,500 worth of liquor while the clerk was sleeping? In what state?
Uh,
That reasonably could be both.
okay, so Jersey people don't fall asleep on the job. This is Florida. Florida, they have no attention span. The warm weather gets to their head. They got to take a nap. I'm going Florida. And then you said convenience store, right?
Liquor store.
Oh, liquor store. Okay. Yeah, either way, I'm going Florida.
I believe I'm up next. Or
I
is it
have
Bobby?
I have no like informed.
You are
guess on
Daniel
this.
King.
Yeah, I don't have an informed guess here. I'm gonna go with Jersey.
I'm gonna just go Jersey too. I don't have an informed guess.
Florida.
Oh, let's go. That's huge.
People don't fall
One time
asleep.
I walked out of the liquor store one time with a bottle, not on purpose. Literally, just like mind was scrambled. Like grabbed a bottle of Jägermeister and just walked out of the store. I was like walking into like my truck, and then the guy's running after me, and I turn around, I'm like, oh shit. And I was like, I was like, you're not gonna believe me, but I literally just forgot, and paid for it. So
That's a respectful
all is
thing.
well that ends well.
Yeah, you know.
All right, let's finish this bad boy off.
What woman went to
Florida.
a McDonald's at about 3:45 a.m.? Excuse me?
I was kidding.
What woman went to a McDonald's at 3:45 a.m. New Year's Day and demanded a sauce of each flavor to go along with her meal, only to be told that she needed to fork over some spare change to pay for the condiments, and then she flipped the fuck out?
I'm not up.
Is it Bobby or is it me? I think it's
I
Bobby.
don't know. Here's the thing. I don't think McDonald's have been open that late anymore since COVID. And I also think Florida people would just give you the damn sauce. Especially the people working the 3:45 shift. You know, you get the morning shift and you get old, Miss Betty, who takes her job way too serious, is going to try to make you pay extra for the sauce. The 3:45 shift in Florida isn't doing that. So I'm going Florida.
I am also gonna go Florida because I struck out on Jersey twice. Now this is the time I think Jersey's probably gonna be it, and which is unfortunate for me. But I can see this. I feel like people in Florida really want all the sauces.
They want the sauce.
They want the sauce.
Mhm.
Too much sauce.
So
Okay.
the driver freaked out, you said, right, Justin?
Oh, I don't know if she was driving. I mean, I can imagine she's just walking
so
up to this drive-thru.
so the customer freaked out.
Yes, at 3:45 a.m. New Year's Day.
Yeah.
She just
Okay.
wanted all the sauce.
Okay. So in Jersey, you have a temper, and at 3:40 on New Year's Day, you're probably annihilated. Jersey party's hard. They have a temper. They want their sauces. This is an absolute Jersey person freaking out over not getting what they want. New Jersey.
Florida.
Damn.
Perfect way to end it.
Great job. I thought that was the best
That was a
variety
good one.
of like
That was a good
people
one.
getting it wrong, people getting it right. That was great job.
That was a good one.
That
That was a good one.
So updating this week, Snacks and Danny both got 3 points. I got 2. So Snacks is the leader with 14. Danny has 13, and I am 12. So we're keeping
We're right
close.
there. It's anybody's ball game.
So we're gonna end this because we gotta go.
Hang on. We got 2 minutes. One last topic. Bobby owes us money.
Let's do that on
Somebody
the next
just
show.
died?
That's more of a that needs some conversation.
That needs some
happening around it.
conversation. Okay, just want
Bobby
to
owes
remind
me
the world.
money.
Mad Rule says he can't.
Oh my god.
Our process is imagine using the word process, talking about booing a human being to where he can't bring his wife and kids to a basketball game. LOL. Period. Good.
Oh, did
Our
you guys see?
process is 1000% working, y'all.
Did you
Sideways
guys see?
smirk emoji.
Did you guys see they ID'd the Bengals head coach when he went into that bar?
Yeah. That was
That was
funny.
great.
Good.
All right, go take your call, guys.
All
Go
right.
be media.
See you guys on the next one. And make sure to vote honestly on who you think will win the dead draft. Stay simple.